What is going on, guys? We have made it to the playoffs finally. We skipped ahead a couple games. We got out of the slump. We got out of a couple boring spots. As you can see, we racked up 2 more losses. We did lose against the Jacksonville Jaguars, and it wasn't a pretty game. I didn't end up posting it. Film got messed up on it, but we made it to the playoffs. And that's all that really counts right now. And we get to play against the Jacksonville Jaguars, which is probably the one team I did not want to play coming into the playoffs. But I'm just going through end of the season stats, checking out, who offensive players of the week were, defensive players of the week were. You can see Baker Mayfield was in there once. Odell Beckham was in there. In week 5, there's Baker Mayfield in week 3. Not too much, we didn't get too much. Later on in the season, we hit kind of a slump, if you want to call it that. We weren't very explosive, even though we did have the best defense. But here you see MVP Baker Mayfield short. Drew Brees took over. Drew Brees had an outrageous amount of passing yards this season, which is crazy. Hugh Jackson comes in number 2 of Coach of the Year. That's pretty impressive for him, given the fact that 2 seasons ago his team went 0-16. But yeah, it's been a good year. It's been probably the best year. It's definitely been the best year in a long time. As you see, Tom Brady takes Offensive Player of the Year in the AFC. Baker Mayfield comes in second once again. Rookie of the Year, Simpson. On the David LeBlanc is up there, but Simpson for the Steelers, he did pretty well apparently. He's on the top number 1 spot of Rookie of the Year. You just see Shaw coming up on the boards. Best QB though in the AFC is Baker Mayfield. How that works, I'm not really sure. He did throw the most touchdowns. Nick Chubb comes in first place on the best running back. Pretty good. See, wide receiver Odell Beckham comes in the top slot. So we just had a powerful offense all around. Our offense was really good. Offensive line, as you see a couple guys pop up there, not doing too bad. Defensive line, I don't think no one really stood out on the defensive line. Neither did linebacker, but yeah, pretty good season, especially offensively. Even though we were like the 3rd best offense in the league, we weren't the best, but we got a couple players up at the top. As you see, Deshaun Watson there. Le'Veon Bell didn't do very good. Top 10. Had an off season, but they did make it to the playoffs. I don't know what his stats look like, but Steelers sure the hell hurt without him. You see, we got a couple offensive linemen there. Yeah, it was a good season. Good run. Here at Texans. Oh shit, hold on. We got Chargers lost against the Texans, 27-24. Eagles got beat badly there. They didn't even get in the end zone. They didn't even get a field goal on that. The Raiders lost to Jacksonville, pretty close game, and the Panthers, which we have beat the Minnesota Vikings. So that's that. We go to the divisional round here, and you can see the Patriots and the Texans. I bet the Patriots win. As always, Saints, and we beat the Saints pretty good. Very great offense right there. Some things to look out at. But we're going to get started here. And hopefully we can figure out this Jacksonville team, man. It's going to be a snowy day here in Cleveland. And it's going to be a tough one here. I'm not looking forward to this defense. We got to find a way to break it up. We really don't have a great game plan. Our game plan as of right now is to keep the ball on the ground as much as possible, to limit the amount of turnovers we're going to create, because there will be turnovers with this Jacksonville team. There's no doubt about it. But here comes Baker Mayfield. all right stats. You know, 3,000, 3,900 yards. Leads the league with touchdowns. He did throw a couple interceptions there towards the end of the season, which ran that number up. But we get the first look at the game here from Baker Mayfield, and he's going to get the ball out to, I don't even know who that is, Coleman. Coleman didn't get to see much playing time this year. David kind of took over his role, but he is hurt, and he is out for a long time. But Baker Mayfield's going to use his speed here and get a big yard gain there. 22 yards, I think that was. And there we go. I think we found our key. It's the QB scramble right there. They weren't looking for that on there. And we get the Nick Chubbs. And Nick Chubb's going to take it up to the 20-yard line. He's got one man to beat. And he's going to beat in the end zone early. And that couldn't have went no better. You know, that was the game plan right there, to keep that ball on the ground. I think we passed it twice. But Blake Bortles here, 4,000 yards, 31 touchdowns, 8 interceptions. Those are elite numbers. He has really turned around as a quarterback, and he's gotten them big numbers, which is ridiculous. He's really good. And he's going to get that ball out to Westbrook. I think that's Westbrook, and he's going to be gone. And that's what the big plays I'm talking about that we're giving up easily against this team. This team, I was playing zone there, and I wasn't paying attention, and it just really screwed me up. But he gets that out to Jarvis Landry, and he gets a 25-yard reception there. Baker Mayfield's going to scramble it up the middle, takes it across the 20, and he shoulder dives into the defense. Getting the ball up on the 17-yard line now. Baker Mayfield using his feet a lot in this game already, as he's going to yet the scramble again and try to take this ball across the first down and get that out of bounds on the 5, as we are threatening to score again. Nick Chubb takes the ball up, and he gets in the end zone for the second time this half, as he is on fire this playoff game. There he is. He's a clutch player. And here we go again. Big plays, big openings. We have no one around that guy. He breaks off. And there's just big holes in my defense right now, and they're getting the ball up here pretty quick. As they're on the 23-yard line already. Fournette gets taken down, and leading to a 4th down and 1. They're going to have to kick the field goal, making it 10-14. Baker Mayfield gets the ball, gives it Nick Chubb. Nick Chubb trucks over a guy, gets up across the 47-yard line. Baker Mayfield's going to scramble once again, and this is dangerous. No, that's not Baker Mayfield. Baker Mayfield got hurt. That was Lamar Jackson right there. Lamar Jackson and Baker Mayfield did get hurt on a run. Lamar Jackson is in as substitute, and it's not a good story to have. But he does make plays. He got 2 big plays there. Lamar Jackson steps back. He gets his first pass into the end zone on this game, and he's going to be the only quarterback. Baker has yet to throw a touchdown yet, but Lamar Jackson got it done there. And there he goes. Another big play coughed up there. That is just unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It's 2 big-time touchdown plays. 75 yards to the house. Lee gets wide open. Finds the holes in the defense. I mean, it's just the story of Jacksonville. I don't know how to explain it, but Baker Mayfield's back in this game, and he's still rushing. He's got 108 yards, which is very impressive. Nick Chubb is going to get it out and going to get the corner in the end zone. That's his 3rd touchdown of the game. He is on fire right now. Jacksonville cannot stop this running attack. And I think we found the way to beat Jacksonville. But Fournette is going to take it up to the sideline with a catch to completion. You get knocked out there. But a big yard. Big yard gain on the play, and that's going to be intercepted by Denzel Ward, and Denzel Ward's going to take that one to the house as a pick 6, and Blake Bortles just might have cost his team the game with that interception. I think that pretty much knocked the wind out of the sails there. 35-16 in the fourth, but Blake Bortles isn't giving up yet as he makes the pass across the middle, and here comes another big play in open field, but we are able to get there. Blake Bortles got 280 yards on the game as they're in the end zone or red zone here, the 3-yard line, and Fournette is going to take it up for a touchdown, closing that score gap. They aren't able to get a 2-point conversion as we intercepted in the end zone, but Nick Chubb's here finishes off this game with the 4th touchdown on the game in the playoffs against the Jacksonville Jaguars. Is unreal, completely unreal. Blake Bortles got a minute 14 left, and that's going to be intercepted by Johnson, and it's going to close this game out as Blake Bortles coughs up another one. Any chance of winning this game has just went out the window. Our offense did awesome in that 4th quarter. We had the ball the whole time, kept control of the ball the whole time, and ran that clock out, and then their defense ended up getting the interception. What a great revenge there, beating this Jacksonville team. This team really embarrassed us earlier in the season, and we came out and showed them, that wasn't the case. As we're going to advance the conference championship or conference playoffs championship. Some pretty good stats. We got a lot of work on our defense to do, even though we're number 1. Finishing off the year with number 1 defense, we somehow gave up pretty big numbers in this game. I mean, not good. Definitely something we got to look into and figure out. We're going to play against the Patriots or the Houston Texans. And the Patriots, they got a pretty good offensive line. So it's going to be a challenge. As you can see, they had no rushing yards, but we had 273 rushing yards. Our passing attack was almost obsolete. Nothing much going. I think the story of this game was on the ground. Baker Mayfield only had 10 attempts, 111 yards. And that is it. But you see Nick Chubb's here, gets 117 yards, 4 touchdowns. Baker Mayfield, 121. We'll see you next week, boys. Like and subscribe, please.